ground round. And I always like to, you know, in the past, we've always used the ground round. It has a whole lot less fat, and it really doesn't need to be drained if you can get it open. They do a good job down there in the meat department getting that stuff really wrapped. All right, so we're gonna get that started while I'm cutting up the onion. Why I only cut one onion today, I don't know. I guess it was so you would know that I knew how to cut an onion. And these are still the Vidalia onions. We still have them in. For making, you know, like for a hamburger, I think the chuck would be good because it's got the extra fat in it and make it a little bit more juicy. But for anything that I use in a casserole or that I use the cooked meat for, I like to use the ground round. Because I hate to drain meat. Then you got that stuff sitting around and you don't know what to do with it.
What about the ground turkey that's 98% fat free?
That would be good. You know, like I said, I wouldn't use those for hamburgers because they wouldn't be juicy, but I think for something like this, because we're adding other things in there. All right, so we're going to put this in here. Cajun spice we're going to put in. We're also going to put in some black beans. Now I did rinse them because that's the way I like them, because you get that sort of syrupy, starchy thing, and I don't like that. But I think that's probably more traditional to just dump the whole can in. So if that's what you'd like, to have that extra sort of starchy thing in there, then by all means go ahead and don't rinse them, just dump them in. All right, so we want the extra flavor to kind of blend in with our meat and onions. We're going to go ahead and put our Cajun seasoning in here. And this was good. When I tasted this, I thought, ooh, I like this. I may have to have this at home. And go ahead and put our beans in. And like I said, I did wash these beans and put them back in the can. Our beans and our black olives. And it is the chopped black olives, and I had to use, I think it's a 6-ounce cans. The chop does not come in a 6-ounce can, so I used 1.5. Red wine vinegar in here. 2 tablespoons. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Now, I did have, we're going to let this cook just a little bit, and I'm just going to put the rice in there. Now this is already cooked brown rice, and one of my favorite ways to cook rice is to put it in just any kind of pan, put the amount of water in it, and just stick it in the oven. Water or chicken broth. It has a little bit better flavor if you use chicken broth. And it usually takes between, depending on how much you have, between 45 minutes and an hour. And you know, you put whatever you do in a pot. Sometimes I do it in a pot, but I find that you put it in, you know, if you've got your oven on and you're cooking something else with it, you know, just to stick that rice in, it comes out perfect every time. Now, it does not work with the minute rice, of course, but, you know, because that gets a little bit gloppy. This is brown rice. Cuban Cuban black beans and rice. Maybe. If I can get it. Not the most colorful, but it tastes good. And I think you could serve little sides of sour cream if you like. I didn't feel like it needed it, but if you would prefer that, maybe, because it does have a little bit of a spice, not a whole lot. I'm fogging my glasses. You could. That would be good. Instead of the ground beef. I think that would be good. Just fry that up, you know, do the same. Yeah, or some of that. You know, this is one of these ways you try it this way and then, you know, then change it to how you like it. So there is our Cuban black beans and rice. And